Wow, what's this? A new expansion pack for The Sims 4? It's been a little bit since we've had one of those. Now I can remember what it's like to lose $40 to EA, so you don't have to. It's been almost a month since Growing Together was released, and I've been playing with it a bit, so if you haven't gotten to it and are still thinking about it, let's have a little bit of a look back since the hype has died down now. Before I start, I do want to touch on the fact that I played with both infants when they were released with the patch, and I played with the pack. So I want to give a little bit of rundown on both first. Without the pack, you have your basic interactions. They're like toddlers, but a little bit less to do, really. I like the range of cute stuff that we got for them. I've been wanting normal cribs for so long, and I'm so happy to see them in the game. I can't wait to be able to find out that my sim is pregnant and build an actual baby room, but I do wish that changing tables were base game. They feel like they should be. I think that when your sim changes your baby's diapers and they just throw it on the ground, that's kind of super gross. And I think we should have at least gotten a basic changing table to go with it. I'm okay with the fact that things like infant carriers are only with the pack, and milestones, of course, being with the pack because those are kind of big selling points. But I don't find that I will probably be using infants much once the shiny new has kind of worn off of them. Honestly, the more I think about the infant update, the angrier that I get about it. The fact that toddlers have to build skill to do things like walk better and to use the toddler toilet, but infants in the update without the pack can just crawl around on their own, don't have that skill build. It's a little frustrating. I will admit. I am a little bit annoyed, and they knew what they were doing. It's a money grab. It's The Sims. I don't know what we expected. It honestly, it's a little bit frustrating. I'm going to be going over a few things in this review. We're going to look at Cass, build by, the world, and gameplay. Cass. I really do like the options they gave us for Cass. Not only did we get more birthmarks, moles, we did actually get a nice selection of clothes for both masculine and feminine frames, which is nice. It's a bit of a change from our lots for feminine and none for masculine. We also got a nice selection of clothing that would work great for elders, that at least to me felt pretty realistic to what you would see older people wear. So that was a really nice, but should also be kind of a given considering that this is a Generations-esque pack. The infant options, let's be real, is what we're kind of all we're looking at, and they felt super cute. I'm happy because I don't use a lot of custom content for toddlers and children, so I'm glad that there's a nice range of options for the infants because I know I'm not going to be looking for a lot of stuff for them. World. So to kind of understand build by, we have to look at the world, which is San Francisco, kind of inspired, a little bit of the Pacific Northwest in general. It has the bridge, the buildings are in the style that you would see, but as someone who lives in California, it just doesn't scream San Francisco to me. I don't know if it's because it's just too flat or too empty or what. It is very empty. There are a lot of empty spaces where there's nothing to do in the city area. It's just kind of walking space. There are 3 neighborhoods: Anchorport Wharf, which is the city area, which doesn't really have much to do aside from the movie theater. I think that even if they were rabbit holes, I wish that there were more stores or activities in this part of the world. I kind of wish that maybe there was a dock so the Sims could at least fish. Gilbert Gardens, I think, is my favorite neighborhood. It feels like this is where all the love really went when building this world. I spent so long trying to find those stupid walking signs though. I heard that they were hard to find, so I took a video of me trying to find them, and it took me several minutes to find one. I think that there's supposed to be a couple. I could only find one though. But this is where the community center is, as well as the water park that you'll see in the kind of previews for the pack, and then the pond, which I think is really cool because your Sims can both fish and swim in it. So this is where, if you have a Sim who likes to fish, this is where they should probably be. and I will definitely be playing more in this area if I do play in this world. Hopewell Hills is the very suburban area that we are used to seeing in The Sims. It's a little further out of the city, and there's not really much to say about it. It's cute. That's kind of it. Build by. This pack has so many options for build by, it's kind of crazy. If you like building Craftsman or Victorian, I think you might like some of the stuff in this pack. We get several new gameplay objects like the treehouse, changing tables, keepsake boxes, toddler slides, and my new favorite, upright piano. The way I screamed when I saw the windows in particular, I wish I caught the sound, but my mic was off. I've been wanting windows that fit the roof like this for so long, especially with all the mid-century and mid-century modern stuff that we have in the game. Having windows on the roof like this just makes sense, and I can't believe it took so long to get these. We need more like these, please and thank you. We also got these rad bookcases which fit together very nicely, and these ones that would look great in a library. While Craftsman isn't my personal style at all, I do think that these items will get used from me, and if I was going to be motivated by one thing, it might be the build stuff. Gameplay. Considering that this is a Generations pack that Parenthood could never be, we do get some nice new gameplay options. We can now make science babies in the old-fashioned test tube sort of sense, instead of just adoption or woohoo. As long as you're friends with The Sims, you can now mix genes and get yourself a little science baby. We get the milestones, which work as kind of the memory system in this iteration of the game. Something that people have been wanting for a very long time is finally here. Milestones also exist for pre-made Sims and Sims that you create in CAS. So when you play them, they should already have certain milestones already. Family dynamic. The way your Sims treat each other can now decide their family dynamic and will affect how they get along. This can also be chosen in CAS, which I think is nice. If your Sim gives your child Sim chores to do or make them go to bed, they might get a pop-up asking if your family dynamic is strict. It can be a little annoying sometimes. I think that it's maybe a little too quick to judge, considering my toddler was throwing a literal tantrum from being tired and my Sim was trying to put her to bed and it called her strict. So maybe a few things need to chill out there, but otherwise I think this adds a really interesting gameplay and story creation option. Self-discovery. Your Sims can get a new trait. If they are often doing an activity like maybe working out, they might discover that they are active. You get a pop-up and you can agree or turn it down with the ability to get 3 more traits before it will start replacing chosen traits. We get new social events like the long-awaited baby shower, family reunion, slumber parties, and now stayovers. For children, we get new aspirations, new workplace events like workplace rivals, burnout, layoffs, and midlife crises. We also get social compatibility, which you can easily see from the social menu. We also get new likes and dislikes of a conversation topic. There's also confidence levels for younger Sims. The more confidence they have, the better the traits they will be rewarded with when they become teens. It feels like there's a little bit of everything for everyone to enjoy, especially with social compatibility. It's not just family gameplay, it can really be used by anyone, which is nice. It adds a little bit more depth to the relationships between Sims. I'm really bad with family gameplay personally. I get really sad when my Sims die, and I'm currently forcing myself to play a legacy. But if that's your regular gameplay style, I think that you will get a lot out of this pack. If you like building, I think there's also some nice stuff that we get, as well as some CAS options. But if this isn't your type of gameplay, I suggest you wait for it to go on sale. It was still missing a lot of things. I wish we had different gameplay items for kids, especially like a slide, smaller dollhouses, literally anything. And even though people thought that they were creepy, I do miss imaginary friends. I think that they would really fit the whole vibe of The Sims 4, and I just want them back. There also isn't anything really exclusive for elders to do. We don't get canes or bingo nights, no new jobs or really money-making activities that your Sims can do at home. It really is just there to enhance the things that are already in the game. If it's your thing, I won't knock it, but I can see myself ignoring most of this stuff that comes with this in like a month. Altogether, I would give the pack maybe a 7 out of 10 or like a 6.5. It has parts in there that really shine, but it really isn't worth the hype that I think it got. Have a nice day. Bye.